Hello friends, welcome to Winners Capsule YouTube channel. If this is the first time you are watching my channel, then here is a short about my channel. This channel is mainly focusing on making your day-to-day studies easy through simple videos on various topics for all the classes under SSCRT, CBSE and ICSE syllabus. Hope this will help you to win at studies. All the best. Please to support this channel with like and subscription. If you like my channel, please share it with your friends. In the previous session, I have discussed about the third part of units and measurement, and I have given some questions also. If you are having any difficulties, if you are facing any difficulties in that particular questions, do let me know. I'll be reverting back. Okay, I'll be putting the mail ID in the description box. If you are having any queries related to this topic, kindly revert. Kindly drop a mail. Definitely, I will reply back to you. In this video, I'll be discussing the fourth part of units and measurements. Okay, so I'll be taking one more session to complete the chapter. So let us move on to the discussion. First of all, I'm going to cover the rules of writing SI units and different SI prefixes, and finally the uses of SI prefixes. These are my plan of action. The first and the foremost, I'll be covering the various rules of writing SI unit. We are having the set of rules. Let us familiar the set of rules one by one. First and the foremost, I'll be discussing full name of unit always starts with small letter even if named after a person. For example, force. What is the unit of force? Absolutely Newton, because it has been developed by one of the greatest scientists, great scientist Newton. So whenever you are writing Newton, it is always remember that you are writing the full name, no? So Newton, likewise you have to write it. So if you are writing like this, it will be absolutely wrong. So don't use the capital letter. Always remember, write the small letter only. Because it is one of the rule. You have to follow the rule. Let me discuss another unit. Ampere is correct. What is what is ampere? This unit is belong to current. It's a unit of current. So if you are writing like this, it will be absolutely wrong. Don't follow in this manner. And what is the unit of charge? I'll be discussing these facts in the chapter current electricity. So here, if I'm writing the unit of charge as coulomb, this is absolutely right. I'll be accepting this. But if you are doing in this manner, if I start the capitalization, if I'm doing the first letter will be capitalized, then it will be absolutely wrong. So kindly follow up. But while writing the units, it should be small letter, and whenever you are elaborating, don't start with the capital letter. I hope it is clear. Okay, please make a note on this. In exam, they may ask that what are the different rules and regulations whenever you are writing the SI units. You have to follow up with the help of example. Moving on to the second rule, symbol for unit is named after a scientist should be in the capital letter. Okay. For example, a symbol for unit named after the scientist should be in the capital letter. In the sense, I'll be showing you one example. Okay, let me show you one example so that you will understand. Okay. Now you can able to check it up once. N for Newton. Okay, K for Kelvin, A for ampere, C for coulomb. Okay, symbol for unit named after the scientist should be in the capital letter. Like this, you can follow. So the N represents Newton. If I am representing K, you have to understand this is the unit of Kelvin, unit of temperature Kelvin. Then A for amperes. For example, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 0.5 ampere. Likewise, you are going to explain the unit of current. And 5 coulomb charge, 5 capital C. And 10 Newton volts. And 273 Kelvin. Okay, 273 Kelvin. Capital letter. Remember that. Okay, all should be capital letter. If I am only expressing in terms of a what I can say symbol, I need to follow up the same rule. I think it is clear to you. Okay, please make a note on this. So let me move on to another set of rules so that you will be understanding how to follow up with the SI unit. It is very important. Throughout the education, this is required. Moving on to the third rule, symbols for all other units are written in the small letters. Okay. For example, M for meters, M for meter. For anyway, the unit of length will be meter. In that case, you have to write the small letter. And S for second, unit of time will be second. It will be denoted by small letter S only. kilogram. It is a unit of mass, SI unit of mass. You have to write K small letter, G small letter. CD means a candela. Okay. Luminous intensity will be measured in terms of candela CD. Remember that this is small letter because these things are not belong to a scientist name or any other thing. So you have to follow up the small letter only. Okay. So that bifurcation you have to remember. Let me move on to the fourth point. One space is left between the last digit of numerical and the symbol of a unit. Suppose 10 kilograms of banana. So 10 you have to write, then you have to mention the space, then small letter K, small letter G. 5 Newton of force or 6 Newton of force. 5 space capital N. Here you have to use the capital because it is belong to the name of the scientist. And 15 meter, you have to provide the gap also. Space also you have to provide. These notations are absolutely right. But if you are trying to write in this manner, it is absolutely wrong. So don't follow up like this. You have to provide at least a gap. Clear? So students, please follow up at least a gap whenever you are writing these kind of unit symbols. Clear? Okay. So here, why I should write capital N? Because you have to refer the first and second rule. Then you will come to know. Okay. All rules are connected also. I think it is clear to you. For example, let me ask one question to you. How do you write 3 ampere? 3 space ampere, 3 amps. Okay. So this is the way how to represent, how to follow up the fourth rule. Moving on to the fifth rule. The units do not have plural forms. Okay. So 5 meter is right. 14 kilogram is right. But 6 meters or 5 meters, that is absolutely not acceptable. 14 kilograms, plural. This is becoming plural, right? This is not acceptable. Students, do remember that. You can write 20 seconds. This is right. Absolutely right. We can agree. But if you are writing in this manner, it is not at all acceptable. 18 Kelvin is 100% correct. But 18 Kelvins are absolutely wrong. Don't try to write in plural forms. That point also one of the important fact. Okay. So you have to follow whenever you are studying different concept on science, please follow up. Documentation is also very important. You have to follow up the rules. It is worldwide accepted. Full stop should not be used after the units. This is absolutely right. 7 meter, 12 Newton, 25 kilogram. If I am writing like a 7 meter dot, then your answer will be wrong. 12 Newton dot, again, if you are trying to write, then we cannot accept. Okay, as per the rule, it is absolutely wrong. If you are trying to write 25 kilogram, then again dot means we'll be putting the answer as wrong. Okay, so be careful while writing. That is a humble request. Because if you are following up in a standard level or any like writing a report, it is matters a lot. Now itself, as a 8th standard students, now itself you have to cultivate these rules and regulations so that it will be helpful for the higher education. The fifth point or fifth rule, no space used between the symbols for the units. Okay, here for joule second, for space joule second, this is correct, no issues. 19 space Newton meter. For example, torque, it will be expressed in terms of Newton meter. It is a derived quantity. And volt ampere, 25 volt ampere, 25 space volt ampere. These things are absolutely correct. But if I am trying to write like 25 volt space ampere, then it will be wrong. If I am trying to write 19 Newton space meter means it will be absolutely wrong. Okay, for joule second is correct, but for space joule space second will not be 100% not acceptable. Remember this point in your mind. I think you are understanding. So let me continue. Okay, these rules you have to follow very carefully. Moving on to the sixth rule, while writing the derived unit, a slash. Okay, there you can see the forward slash symbol is used to denote the division, but never use more than one slash in one derived unit. For example, if I am writing like meter per second, it is absolutely correct, 100% right. But if I am going to write meter per second, it will be 100% wrong. So remember this particular point. Okay, so don't use double forward slash. If I am writing double forward slash, the conclusion, it is absolutely wrong. It will not be acceptable. Okay, be careful while writing. You can write meter per second square. See, meter per second square. It is absolutely right. But if I am writing meter per second square per second will be 100% wrong. Double forward slash will not be acceptable. So these things you have to keep in your mind. Okay, please make a note of these particular rules. It will be directly asked in the examination. Or else whenever you are going for higher studies, you can make use of this. One more important thing I would like to discuss about is important SI prefixes. You can study the table. Okay, one or two example I'll be telling you. For example, if it is like 10 to the power 18, I can call exa. Okay, if it is 10 to the power 12, you can call it as tera. And 10 to the power 3 means kilo. 10 to the power 1 means deca. And the symbols of exa, like E, capital E. Symbols of then tera, it will be represented as capital letter T. Then symbols of kilo, small letter K. Symbols of deca, DA. Likewise, you can able to list out. The factor is belong to first column. The name and the symbol is already given. You can read out the remaining thing. So, for example, they may ask in any type of quiz competition. 10 to the power 24, if you found, what you will write? Absolutely, it is iota. Why? Then 10 to the power 21, zeta, Z, capital letter Z. Likewise, you have to remember. 10 to the power 9 means giga. 10 to the power 6 means mega, capital letter M. 10 to the power 2 means hecta. Likewise, you remember all the things. Better, you please write the entire table in a chart, and you can display in your study room, so that whenever you are going through that, this will be remembered. In competitive examination also, this concept will be really helpful. Similarly, if I write 10 to the power minus 1, it is deci. Okay, D. 10 to the power minus 2 means centi. 10 to the power minus 3 means milli. Okay. Then 10 to the power minus 6 means micro, mu. Then 10 to the power minus 9 means nano. 10 to the power minus 12 means pico. 10 to the power minus 15 means femto. 10 to the power minus 80 means atto. 10 to the power minus 21 means zepto. 10 to the power minus 24 means yacto. Likewise, you have to remember, this will really helpful for various competitive examination, solving various numerical example. If you are planning to do any type of astrophysics or any other type of physics branches, this will really help you out. Please make use of this table for your higher studies. For example, how can I convert? I'll be telling any 8 nanoseconds into seconds. How can I convert? Anyway, 1 nanosecond means 1 into 10 to the power minus 9 seconds. So if it is 8 nanosecond means I can write like this, 8 into 10 to the power minus 9 nanoseconds. Suppose if I am saying that 7 megawatts, second megawatt, okay, don't say that 7 megawatts, it will be 7 megawatt only, correct? 7 megawatt should be converted into watt means how to convert 7 into 10 to the power 6 watts. Clear? Likewise, you have to explain. Clear? So I'll be showing you some more examples and you can able to work out to see 5 microampere means how many milliampere. Okay, that you have to remember. Then 10 nanosecond is equal to how many microseconds? 10 nanometer is equal to how many meters? 10 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter. So 10 microsecond is equal to how many nanosecond? So try to correlate and you have to solve the answer in the comment box. If you are having any issues, please let me know. I will help you out. And my mail ID will be provided in the description box. So let me know any queries. Okay. So today we discussed about the rules and regulation for writing the essay unit and also essay prefixes, important essay prefixes, and I provided one table. And this information I have taken from slideshare.com. Okay, I have visited one of the LinkedIn company, namely slideshare.com, and I have extracted the information. Okay, if you are having any queries, please put up in the comment box. And in the coming class, I am going to discuss about important practical units of mass, length, and time, the various practical units. Okay, I require another 2 more class to complete the chapter. Finally, thank you for watching this video.